The socialist trade union leaders continue their attempt to manipulate the British public using the mainstream media platforms. And we are here to expose them. Alright, as usual, I'm sick and tired of this tribalist nonsense. You have to be on one side. You have to either have blind faith and loyalty to the government, or you just have to believe whatever the trade unions are telling us. No, because both sides are stupid and they all have their own agenda, and we have to expose them. We need to hold all power to account. Now, first, let's talk about Mick Lynch. Mick Lynch, who is slowly but surely, the mask is slipping. Is showing his true face. He's been going out there, the mainstream media, and making speeches saying, all I care about is the British working classes. I care about the working people. And I don't really care about politics. My thing is not about politics. The relationship between the trade unions and the government is supposed to be to help the people, right? They say the whole point of the trade unions and government is, regardless of which party is in government, the trade unions work with them and negotiate with them. They do not get involved with party politics. That's what they claim, even though they are behind the Labour Party. But yesterday, Mick Lynch, a little bit, showed his true face, that this fight is not about working people, it's about party politics.
It's an insult to working people, and the best thing that the Tories could do at this time for this country is to get out of the way and call a general election so we can get some competent people in to try and help us solve some of our problems.
So obviously I agree that the Tories are not competent. We need better people in government, but that's irrelevant to the point. The issue we have is that the whole point of the concept of trade unions around the world is supposed to be, technically, they are politically neutral. They're impartial. Technically, you are a public sector worker, for example. You're a teacher or you're a nurse. You have your own personal opinions about politics and social issues, but you join the trade unions so that you can be protected, because it's not about politics. It's about the standards of your work and your pay and everything else like that. And then when you have one of your trade union leaders going out there and bringing up politics and saying, wow, the only way we can actually handle this is having a Labour government. And then they've been going out there saying, because if you have a Labour government, you will no longer have any strikes. Because we work with the Labour government. We like the Labour government. No strikes under Labour. Let's talk about facts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a bit of a reminder of how things were under Labour government. Let's go backwards. Gordon Brown and his government. Okay, he had to intervene to put a brake on the rail strikes. They caused so much trouble. 4-day strikes happened under Gordon Brown. Okay, maybe that was just Gordon Brown. Maybe he's not true Labour. Previous government. Yes, Tony Blair. Call me Tony. He dealt with the summer of discontent. And that was the beginning of when he became Prime Minister, and all the dirty tactics of the trade unions against the Labour Party happened. Okay, let's just say maybe Labour wasn't a Labour government when Tony Blair was leader. It was New Labour. Okay. Let's go backwards. Let's talk about James Callaghan, the last Labour Prime Minister before Tony Blair. The winter of discontent. I don't think we need to do a reminder when it comes to the late 1970s. Everyone knows what happened, and that was under James Callaghan. What happened before Callaghan? Who was a previous Labour government and Labour leader? Oh yeah, Harold Wilson. So Harold Wilson and his government, oh god, that created a lot of issues, because they had to deal with the actual dirty tactics, and they had to create a secret unit to smear their own union leaders. And union leaders tried to attack him. There was a lot of dramatic moments, especially during summer times, that they had certain strikes, and they literally were trying to target him personally. He had to get security. That was not nice. And that was a Labour Prime Minister and a Labour government. So don't tell me that there won't be any strikes under a Labour government. Don't tell me that the economy will be thriving under a Labour government. Don't tell me all public sector workers will get the best pay under a Labour government. And I'm not saying this to defend this idiotic Tory government. They're also terrible. I'm just being objective. Now, we have to be objective. Mick Lynch, who claims to be the champion of working class, he gets paid at least 120 a £4,000 basic salary. He's also earned almost £1 million since he joined RMT only a few years ago in 2015. And he says he wants to hold the working classes to ransom with his summer of discontent. This was obviously a few months ago. And of course, he's not really on the side of the working people. He simply cares about his own agenda. That's the truth. And that's my opinion. Anyway, my truth, as Harry Markle would say. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.